Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome back. We are live on a Monday, and we are uh, almost at the end of the year, and there are some changes that are going on Amazon. So you want to make sure that you guys are on top of that. And by the way, I don't know if you notice anything different, but I'm sure somebody will bring it up in the comments. So, want to talk about the fourth quarter, want to talk about what you should be selling, what you should be looking at, and what you should be targeting for the fourth quarter itself. So, hopefully, everybody can hear me okay. If you guys can, just go ahead and put it in the comments. Let me know. Sound is good, video is good, what have you. So, this is going to be, I think, 10 more days. 10 more days, and I am out of here. I'm out of this apartment finally, and things are going to start happening with the house. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to getting out of here. By the way, I do have a picture of the new home, and let's see if we can put that up for you guys. Take a look at here. There it is. That's the new home here. We finally got it done. We are getting closed on that, making sure that we have that ready to go. And just 10 more days. 10 more days. We get the keys, doing all the paperwork, finally getting everything prepped, ready to go. There's going to be more changes happening. I'm pretty excited about that. But this is going to be the new home for 2021. This was built from the ground up, brand new, and we are the first owners of this home itself, which is pretty awesome. And this, I have a lot. Amazon has a lot to do with it. My many years of selling on Amazon itself, and so with that being said, we're pretty excited about moving in and so forth, and things are going to be happening, and a lot of moving going on for Thanksgiving. I hope you guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving this year. I know I will, and that weekend I'm going to be moving. So, looking forward to that also. But oh shoot, sorry, guys. Hold on 1 second. I hit something and I shouldn't have done that. So hold on 1 second. Let me get rid of this. Dun, 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 dun. That's what happens when you are live. When you're live and things start to happen. I was trying to get into the comments, see if there was comments coming through or what have you. But it doesn't look like there's any comments right now, so which is great. But if you guys have a comment, just feel free to put it in the comment box. Be more than happy to answer that for you guys. Want to make sure everything is working and working fine here. So, but with that being said, this year you want to make sure that you really pay attention to what you are selling. If you're brand new sellers, try not to sell seasonal items if you don't have to. If you are just starting out selling on Amazon itself, try to target the stuff for the new year. Try to get early sales on that. That way um, you have sales going on. I'm not sure if you're aware, but a lot of stores now, whether it's Walmart or Best Buy, they're having their early Black Friday specials all month, not just the weekend. So there's a lot of sales going on right now, a lot of sales that are happening. And so everybody's getting really good deals themselves. I'm looking for, a brand new truck for the end of the year. and so I have a lot of sales going on with the brand new, trucks, even the 2021s that are out there. Um, so I might end up with a brand new truck before the year end. So I'm just kind of doing my due diligence and going out there and trying to find the best deal possible. It's no different than you going into like a Best Buy or something where they're having these Black Friday specials going on, and they're starting really early this year, and so they're um, doing a lot of sales, a lot of promotions, and a lot of things going on. So, but I hope everybody is doing great. I hope everybody's doing good. I don't plan on this being a long broadcast. I know you guys have stuff to do, and I just figured I'd pop on while I could and talk about the fourth quarter, because the fourth quarter, everybody seems to feel like the fourth quarter is the busiest time of year, which it's not. Um, it isn't the busiest time of year for Amazon, but people are finding that out because there's a lot of sales now that are slowing down. So be aware of that. Be aware of a lot of the sales that are happening now uh, tend to slow down quite a bit. So you want to make sure that you keep an eye on your sales, keep an eye on your prices, keep an eye on all that. So, um, wow, I cannot believe I don't have any comments at all. Come on, guys. Somebody's got to put in a comment in there. Let me know if this is working. I really don't. This is really bothering me because I know the comment should be working. Type something in. Let me know that you guys uh, can see me and hear me at the same time. But with that being said, fourth quarter is usually pretty busy, but this year it seems like it is slowing down quite a bit. And I don't know if they're just kind of getting ready for, for the Christmas rush or what have you, but it does seem like it is slowing down quite a bit. And I'm getting quite a few people that are calling or messaging me, and they're asking, hey, what's going on with the sales? The sales are really, really slow. Yes, they are starting to slow down. Um, but it just depends on what you have, depends on, you know, um, what's going on. Okay, Yeti Boss says it's working fine. James says I can hear you. Okay, now they're finally starting to pop in, so I appreciate that. Thank you guys for commenting. But yeah, like James, I talked to James earlier this week, and he had asked also what items do you sell or should you be selling in the fourth quarter? Uh, it's a matter of uh, your products. If you pick out a really really good product, it's going to tend to sell all year around. But if you pick out seasonal products, that will really really like it is seasonal. People are going to buy it. Some people are not going to buy it, especially now with everything that's going on with this election, and people coming in, people going out, they're not sure, people losing their jobs, people that are just on a tight budget now. This is why these sales are really really slowing down. I mean, I even have to watch my stuff in the stock market, because I noticed that stock market is up, it's down, it's up and down, and just doesn't know which direction it's going. Doesn't mean that you should stop buying stock or what have you, but at the same time, it's all going to be long term, because really nobody knows what's going to go on, um, how taxes are going to be affected, how a lot of things are going to come into play in this first year. So, with that being said, you have to just really ride this wave, figure out what people are going to be looking for. I tend to go out there and look for products that people need, people that use every single day, whether they're, and I've mentioned this many times before, hangers, salt and pepper grinders, all that is sold. And those are things that um, I go out and continue to sell. Toothbrush replacement heads, water filters, um, air filters, any type of filter that people are going to replace. Those are generally good products that you want to go out and try to sell and try to make sure that um, you're on top of that. James says, I have a question. Let's see what he says. I sent some units to Amazon's FBA, and it has been 2 months, and they still haven't posted it available for buyers to buy it. And is that common? And what else can I do? James, you need to call Amazon. You need to talk to somebody there and find out what's going on with your Amazon FBA shipment. They do have a department for that, and find out, and they're able to see that. They're able to go out there and see your shipment and see where it's at, whether it's, they're spreading it around throughout all of Amazon, or if they put it on hold for some reason. But if it's not posted and it's been 2 months, that's a long time, even for Amazon to just have this stuff just sitting there. So give them a call as soon as possible and ask them what's going on with the shipment. Usually you have a shipment number in your back office where you sent it, and they tend to go ahead and spread that your products out. It could be in transit. I think Midwest Treasure, Midwest Treasure says they probably split your stuff in different fulfillment centers. Yes, they probably did. But it's been 2 months. Definitely want to check them. Definitely want to go out and see what's going on. Welcome there, Midwest Treasure Chest. Welcome, Keezer. I noticed they're slowing down too. He says, yeah, that's just everywhere, and it has to do with the economy. I clearly think that's the whole thing. Is people are really hesitant right now because they just don't know where their next dollar is coming from. I have been very grateful myself, and I don't mean to sit here and say that I'm an exception to the rule, which I'm not. I still watch my pennies very carefully and watch for what I spend and how I spend, and so. But I think that has a lot to do with it. It has a lot to do with it as far as people spending and making sure that they're buying products, and you just have to really be on top of it. Know exactly what to sell. It was interesting because I was gonna think about this. There's a product of the month that I'm really looking at and trying to pay attention to it. I just don't know how sales are, because sales have really changed in the last 5 to 6 months. You can't compare data to last year to data from this year because of COVID-19. Some sales really took off, so you see a lot of spikes going up. But as far as that, you can't, when you're doing your homework and you're trying to figure out what I should be buying, what I should be investing in, that tend to slow down for me, because I would be looking at some products that the data looks good on it, but there are some sellers that are struggling, and there are some sellers that are just blowing up. And so I've been looking at several products, and I really haven't had that opportunity to sit there and really focus on some of these products on a month-to-month basis. That's why I'm a little hesitant about picking the next product for the product of the month, because it's different now. It's a lot different. It's some of these sales are have really slowed down, and some of them have taken off, which if you did last year's numbers, is totally different. They didn't do the same amount, and so forth. So let me see here. Midwest says things that people use every day. Absolutely. You know, and when I say stuff like that, I'm talking about products that people tend to buy. Now, um, there's products out there that you can go out and try to sell. For example, grocery. I don't recommend grocery because you're competing against Amazon, and that's Amazon's number one category is groceries. But I'm telling you, groceries sell like crazy. They do. If anybody said any different, they would be crazy themselves, because Amazon tends to get groceries out quicker than any other product that they have. So if somebody orders groceries from Amazon, they're usually getting it that day or the following day. But they are getting their products and getting it fairly quickly. They're trying to get those out as quick as possible. Um, so I don't recommend groceries just because you're competing against the big dog and they can do whatever they want. But if you want to go out there and try to find products, definitely kind of do your homework on that. Let's see here. Midwest says they probably split your stuff in different facilities. Probably did. What's up there, Terry? Terry Gilbert. What's going on there, Terry Gilbert? I'm in shock. Sent box in Friday, was received and checked in today. Well, I mean, I don't know where you're at, Terry. If you're on the East Coast, the West Coast, that fulfillment center jumped all over it. I'm glad for you. A lot of times, too, that if you have hundreds and hundreds of items, it takes a little bit longer because, as Midwest Treasure Chest said, that the way Amazon works is, say you have 200 items that you send in to Amazon, and say you have 4 boxes, okay, 50 per box, and you send them directly to one warehouse. So if I was in Los Angeles, which I am, they're going to tell me send it to the East Coast. So I send it to the East Coast, and then from there they kind of spread them out through other facilities, other fulfillment centers, and so you have a lot of products that go from one location to another, and then as they get checked into those other locations, then you start seeing your availability on your products themselves. But as James Hancock had mentioned, that he had sent his in to Amazon's FBA 2 months ago, and it's very unusual that they just keep them there for that long and not do anything about it. So you might want to make sure that you check on that, James, just to make sure that they didn't lose your product for any reason, or somebody did not, do their part and do the paperwork on it and updated it or what have you. So definitely go out there and check it out. James says, I have called and still no answer. That is positive. I don't know if it's positive, but yeah, so I definitely just check with them and see what they have to say. They say that it is one central location in one warehouse and they have it, but that's all that they will say. Okay, well, you should ask them or follow up with an email and ask them, what's the delay on it. Maybe somebody just hasn't got to it yet. Who knows? But usually, when you send an email or create a ticket, they tend to remind them, let them know, and then they get started on it and go from there. So, all right. Um, let's see. Jeffrey, I listened to you 4 years ago. I've since become a six-figure FBA seller. Thank you so much, man. I that right there makes my day. Wow, that is awesome, Jeffrey. He's listened to me 4 years ago and since become a six-figure FBA seller. Man, I don't know what to say. That is awesome. At least you listen to me, and there's a lot of people that don't, but it's okay. Those of you that do tend to tend to make a little bit of money. So, well, thank you very much, Jeffrey. I really appreciate that, and I am going to go ahead and give you a nice applause. So, that's awesome. Thank you. All right. Usually, the phone's ringing, and I'm always on the phone when I'm doing a live broadcast. It always somebody always calls. I will call you back. So, all right, and so that just happened to be my other half, and that's just a nice way of she forgot that I was doing a broadcast today. Thank you for the thumbs up, by the way. All right. Maria says, hey, Henry, happy Monday. Happy Monday there, Maria Alfano. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is one of my members right there. Really appreciate it. And Midwest says, have you sent anything to FBA lately, Henry? And if so, how long is it taking for you? I know that you mostly fulfill by merchant. I am formerly Illinois Picker, by the way. We know who you are. And for those of you who don't, Illinois Picker has been with me for a long time. Went ahead and changed his name to Midwest Treasure Chest. I actually like that name. I like your icon. Very good. Treasure box full of, I don't know, looks like gold there, but awesome. Yeah, that is nice. But to answer your question, no, I have not sent anything into Amazon's FBA lately, just because I am doing merchant fulfilled products, and my merchant fulfilled products have been going through the roof lately. And so these are just orders that have come in the last hour, 2 per sheet here. So these are my merchant fulfilled orders that I do, and they're busy for me enough for me to go out there, send the products out, and so I've been doing a lot of things lately. I don't even know how I'm doing this, to be honest. As far as with the house, helping out a buddy of mine with his business, doing my Amazon business, doing my other business that I do. Yeah, it's crazy. And getting my house done, getting my house all taken care of. So I close in 12 days. Close in 12 days. And for those of you who didn't get a chance to see the new home, well, let's show you that real quick. There it is. There's the new home. That's our new home here. We have final inspection on that coming up next Monday. And then we close on it a few days right after that, which is pretty awesome. As you can see, they put that drought resistant stuff in the front, what have you. I'm going to do a lot of changes myself, and just basically going to put in grass and put in a lot of other stuff, and we're ripping out the carpet that they put in there, putting in hardwood floors, and just a lot of things that are going. So as soon as we get the key, we get to go out there and make the changes that we want. Uh, Great place for a barbecue. Hint, hint. Absolutely. I have 2 barbecue grills that I'm putting in, and I'll be inviting a few of my members over also to come down and have a great dinner or whatever you guys want to do. So awesome. Um, Thank you guys for the comments on that too. Maria says, Midwest, for us, it depends which warehouse and what products we sent in on how quickly they get counted into inventory. Most of ours are live before they even reach FBA if they are in transit. Oh, I see. So a lot of times, yeah, they'll do that too, is where they will put it live, and then if you sell it, it's on hold for the customer, and the customer does know that um, it's on its way, but at least you made the sale. So Keezer says, any good sites to find U.S. manufacturers for private label products? I use Thomasnet. That's exactly who I use. That is one of the largest marketplaces to find U.S. manufacturers. Yeah, so Thomasnet is really, really good. You can find a lot of manufacturers there. I will ask a certain amount of questions when I am dealing with a manufacturer, whether they're overseas or here in the U.S. And with everything going on, and nowadays it's getting crazy. But yes, that is a good. Thomasnet is really, really good for that. There's quite a few businesses that go on to Thomasnet and do their sales through Thomasnet. A lot of pharmaceutical companies, a lot of essential oil companies are on there, and so yeah, great response there, Keezer, and nice name. And by the way, and welcome aboard. Haven't seen you around, but welcome aboard, and welcome. Maria says, how's the house coming? We haven't seen an update lately. Yeah, just posted one up. And I will be posting the updates on the Facebook page itself. Give you guys a nice tour inside the home and all that. But we are still this close, 10 days, and ready to get out of this very, very expensive apartment. And yes, ready for that. I understand completely. Only so much time in a day, but we can squeeze out every drop when necessary. Congrats on your new home. Very happy for you. Thank you there, Midwest, Illinois Pickard. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Great place for a barbecue. Yes, it is. Midwest says, I understand, Maria. Same here. You can do preferred warehouse for an extra fee, but I don't do that. Try to minimize costs as much as possible. Yeah, I mean, that can get very, very expensive if you do a preferred warehouse. What Midwest is talking about is that you have a choice to send your products to any warehouse that you prefer, but it's going to cost you, and it's going to cost you per unit, and it does add up. It's quite a bit. I don't suggest it just because usually you can send it to wherever they want you to send it to, and they get it there fairly quickly. Sometimes I get lucky and I'll be able to send the product right down the street like 5 miles down the street and gets checked in, but then it goes clear across, the to the East Coast instead of the West Coast. So, and that does take a little bit of time, but um, if you have a small quantity, those tend to get out a lot quicker. So if you are sending products into Amazon's FBA, just make sure that you send them in small quantities, and just kind of do that, and you'll see that sometimes they get out a little quicker that way, especially if you are out of product. If you're out of product, you want to go out there and you want to send those out and get them out fairly quickly. Let me see here. Yeti Boss says, how long does it take for a new beginner to learn all the necessary things to sell on Amazon? Great, great question. A lot of new beginners don't know what they're doing. A lot of new beginners will make a lot of mistakes. A lot of new beginners will sell products and sell them the wrong way. A lot of new beginners will try to do a lot of shortcuts. A lot of new beginners tend to screw themselves out of a lot of good sales. There are things that you can do, um, to try to learn the Amazon business, and a lot of people kind of learn it on their own, what have you. I mean, I have my course that I do have it, and it's at techdaddyvideos.com. Let me go ahead and put that up on the screen for you guys that don't know. But techdaddyvideos.com, you could take a look at the courses there, and I do sell the course. I do have training, but these last few months, because of everything that's been going on, I have not really concentrated on the training aspect with my members like I should be. But that's going to change after everything is settled. I'm in my new home and my office and everything, and then we're going to jump right back on it for the beginning of the year. But the holidays are kind of tough, really, really tough. But to answer your question, it takes a long time for people to be successful on Amazon. But if you stick with it and you go out and you sell some products, you tend to sell the right things that will help you out. But if you sell the wrong things, for example, you're selling holiday items and you're kind of just getting them out there just so you can make some sales, people kind of screw themselves because Amazon has a 100% money back guarantee. So they will return the products, and before you know it, they're getting their money back, and then they're getting discouraged because of that. But it is a learning process, and some people will pick it up fairly quickly, and some people won't. So to each its own. But if you want to take a look at the course, take a look at the course. If you want to purchase the course, you always have my support. That I can guarantee you. And I have a lot of members here that will call me or ask me a question, and I will tend to try to answer them, as quick as I possibly can. Okay. Yeti Boss also says, do you do one-on-one classes in person? No, I don't. And the reason why is I just don't have time. I really don't. Meeting with somebody one-on-one is all good and fine. It's just that I'm taking a lot of time out of my day to meet up with that particular person. I do charge quite a bit to do one-on-one, but I do them more for corporations, more for businesses, just because they're willing to pay the money. Whether they're willing to pay $2,000, $3,000 to meet up, so be it. But they have my full undivided attention. but they're also paying for it. But as far as meeting up, no. But we eventually are going to get right back onto the Zoom meetings again. Hopefully, we get some people interested in that in the Zoom meetings, and we'll get training on the Zoom meetings for our private members and the private members only. So hopefully that answers your questions there, Yeti. And so great question, by the way. Maria says, I don't do preferred warehouse either. It is easier for me to ship more over the border if I let them tell me where to ship. I have an $800 per day limit to export. Yeah. So Canada is a little different. They're definitely, different when it comes to their stuff. So, let me see. Midwest says it's funny when you can drive right to the fulfillment center but can't drop off any products to sell. I know that sucks. Yeah, it is. It is pretty bad when the fulfillment center's right across the street. You're looking right at it, and yet you can't go up there and just drop your stuff off. That would be awesome, but you can't do that. Maria says the courses are worth their weight in gold. Appreciate that, Maria. Thank you very much for that comment. Midwest says, also for newbies, don't be afraid to sell any category you can start with. It takes a while to get ungated in the categories you really want. Must prove yourself to Amazon first. What he's talking about right there is there's a lot of people that will kind of jump the gun, go out there, and they will, let me go ahead and close this out. They will tend to try to sell in categories that they're not even open to. For example, beauty. And I had a few people that had just signed up for Amazon, not so much for my course, signed up for Amazon. Then they sent me a message saying, hey, Henry, how come I can't get into beauty? Or how come I can't sell in this? Well, you're in a closed category. How many sales do you have in the last month? How many sales do you have in the last week? How many sales have you had in the last year? What type of products are you selling? Are you branding your product? Are you putting in your own packaging? Are you taking your own pictures? Are you, there's a lot of things that you have to do and prove to Amazon before they're going to let you get into a closed category. Closed categories are for experienced sellers, and they don't want new people in there unless they can prove that they can sell, because Amazon doesn't make money if you're not selling products. Amazon only makes money when a sale is happening. They can get their fees for that, get their fees for listing it, get their fees for all that. So let me see here. Amen to that, Maria. That is a fact. There is no success without hard work, and that applies to Amazon 100-fold. Henry's a perfect example of, and I have mad respect for his work ethic and success. Thank you very much there, Mad Treasure. Appreciate that. Appreciate the kind words. Listen, I've always been an entrepreneur. I've failed in a lot of things. A lot of things. And Amazon has really, that's one business that I did get into almost 14 years now, going on 13th year, and it's made me thousands and thousands of dollars. And it's made me enough money where I could put a healthy down payment on this brand new home, build it from the ground up, and put in carpet, put in, hardwood floors, and change a lot of stuff around even after the house is completely built. I'm going to go in there and probably spend another $20,000 on upgrades and doing it myself. Now, I probably could not have done that if I didn't have an income like Amazon. I call it my mad retirement because I can always rely on a check every 2 weeks coming from Amazon, whether it's $20,000, $30,000 every 2 weeks. Um, it takes time to build to that point. There's a lot of other people that are making a lot more money than I am. There's a lot of people that are in the six figures and seven figures selling on Amazon. There's a lot of people that are brand new and are failing with Amazon because they just don't know the steps, or they don't know what to do, or how to find good products to turn around and sell. And that's the whole idea, is finding good products, turn around and sell them, and make money on that particular product every single day. Now, when you're able to go out and get orders every hour, then you are doing something with Amazon, and that's where I'm at. I kind of showed you guys my last hour of my orders that need to be completed. Now that's all merchant fulfilled. That comes to me, and what I have to do is I have to fulfill those orders. The nice thing about it is, right after I'm done with this, I can literally fulfill the orders, get them all done, run down to the post office, drop them off in at the post office, and they will be out tomorrow to the customer. That's how fast it is done when you're doing merchant fulfilled. When you're sending products into Amazon's FBA program, the order comes through, goes through the fulfillment process. Amazon guys go out there and fulfill that, and sometimes that takes a couple of days, and then they go, or maybe 3 days or 4 days, and then it comes into your home or business. And for me, I feel comfortable doing merchant fulfilled, getting it out there as quickly as possible, and making sure that I know for a fact that that product was sent out on Friday, and by Monday it's on the East Coast, and the customer has it delivered to their house. That's the advantage fulfilled by merchant, but you're doing all that on your own. So, well, okay, that was a mouthful, but Midwest says, "Are you still running automatic pay per click, or do you go back to 100% organic sales at this time?" Midwest, right now, I am actually organic sales are happening. I turned off all my pay per click because it is going on to a very busy season, supposedly, but I have products that I'm selling that are actually doing extremely well. So does it make sense for me to go out and make sense on me going out there and running pay per click at the same time of me getting them through organic sales? Um, Maria says Amazon has been the one business we have worked on that has allowed my husband and I to both retire from the job and run our business. Um, it is doable when you pay attention to it. Yes, it is. That's a good point, Maria. Um, there are a lot of people out there that are afraid of going out and trying something new, and that's what you have to do. You've got to go out there and just say, screw it, I'm going to do it, I'm going to get it done, and what have you. When I decided that I was going to retire early from my job after 25 years, I the first week that I retired was the first week that I made over $10,000 in January. I remember it clearly. January 4th is when I retired, and By January 11th, I had made $11,000 in sales, um, because I was able to focus on what really was making me money and what was holding me back. So, and that was years ago. So when I did that from January 4th to 11th, that was just the beginning of the year for me. And right after that, just took off. It took off like bananas, and basically, um, that's where it kind of just put it into fourth gear, and I was doing great. So, and that's exactly what needs to be done. Sometimes you have to just say, "Screw it! I'm gonna do this," and take a chance. And sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. But I had a lot of things in my favor, and I knew a lot of stuff, so that helped out too. Um, Maria says, we have received several customer reviews complimenting us for being faster than Prime. Awesome. And that's exactly how you get good reviews, is by being faster than Amazon and going out there and getting that product out to the customer. They do notice stuff like that, and they will leave a comment saying, hey, great service, what have you. I would use them again, and then there you go. You're getting reviews, and you don't even have to work hard for it. Henry, would you mind touching briefly on inventory pricing, especially with regards to matching the buy box as much as possible and staying competitive? Thanks. Um, Inventory pricing, you want to be what Midwest is talking about is being competitive with your competitors. So if your competitor is selling the exact same thing that you are selling, you want to be competitive when it comes to selling your product, because that is going to distinguish whether you get the buy box or whether you don't get the buy box. And the buy box itself, for those of you that don't know, that are brand new, it's the little box on the side where you click buy now. And if you're on the bottom there, you are in the buy box. If you see somebody else's name in there, and say, for example, they're looking at your product, but you see somebody else's name on the bottom, that means that they get the buy box, you don't get the sale. Well, you do get the sale, but you don't. It's kind of hard to explain. You don't get the credit for it, but you will. They will get the sale, okay? Because they got the buy box. And if you have 5 competitors and you are not getting the buy box as much, you might want to try pay-per-click campaigns. Also, you might want to try lowering your price to be more competitive, because pricing makes a huge difference between somebody buying your product and somebody buying their product. Look, if you have 10 reviews and the other guy has 450 reviews, but your price is lower, but all your reviews are 5 stars or 4.5 stars, people won't hesitate to go out there and buy your product, just because they feel comfortable with the reviews and everything else like that. So sometimes it's good to lower the price just a little bit so you can get in the buy box and get the sale. And that's what you want. So hopefully I answered that question for you, Midwest. I still see people who are doubters for Amazon. They say it doesn't work, but most of the time that falls back to the basic point that they don't want to put in the work. Simple as that. Well, you know what? I would rather have those doubters not selling on Amazon, not being my competitor. And look, this is something that I've been preaching for a long time. There's a lot of people that jump on Amazon and they want to sell on Amazon, and they go out there and they put their stuff on there, but they don't know what they're doing. They don't know how to sell. They don't know how to get the buy box. They don't know which pay-per-click campaigns to run. You know, they go and they do manual campaigns because they think, oh yeah, I'm going to target this keyword, but then all of a sudden their budget is gone, and they don't realize that, oh, you could do an automatic 10-cent campaign that's going to help out your sales on your products, and it really costs you minimal, nothing, 10 cents per click, as opposed to $1.50 per click. There are, you know, lowering the price, going out there and doing buy one get one free or buy one get one half off, you know, sale. There's a lot of things that you can do to distinguish yourself from other sellers. Going out there and lowering the price or offering free shipping. You know, there's some people out there that will charge for their shipping, and that's a huge turnoff to people because they want free shipping when they should be adding it into the price itself. Or here's a big one, selling the wrong product. You know, product that doesn't sell. Go out there and they're selling, you know, products that are saturated. So give you an example. Right now there are tons of people selling face masks, you know, the face masks, the shields, the gloves. That's all saturated. There's so many people selling those, and yeah, they're making some sales, but they also have a lot of competition. And if you can find a product that you can sell on Amazon that they don't sell in stores, that's a winner right there. That's all I have to say. That's it. If you find one product that is not sold in a store, but you can find it on Amazon, you will have thousands of sales of those every single day. Every day. If you want to be really competitive and sell groceries alongside Amazon, you can make a lot of money. As a matter of fact, you can probably make more money than Amazon if you're really good at it, like I was. I was so good at it, they shut me down. They shut me down because I was selling more than them. What Amazon does not do is anything that Amazon sells, they don't lower the price. They keep the price the same. So they won't lower the price at all. They'll literally keep it the same. And if you come in from under, they see that you're taking their sales. And they don't like that. And they will shut you down. They will say, oh no, this is Amazon's product. You can't sell this on Amazon's platform anymore. What? I private labeled this product. Yeah, but we took over on it. And that's what the big dog does. And sometimes the big dog will bite you and tell you, you know, they'll show you your place. So that's where you really have to be careful when you're competing with Amazon itself. Now, if you're competing with other sellers, yeah, no problem. You can go out there and bust their balls all day long. But when it comes to Amazon as your competitor, be really careful. They won't kick you off, but they will tell you, sorry, you can't sell that ASIN anymore because you can't. And the reason why is they're selling it. And if they're selling it, then, you know, they don't want to get their sales. They don't want to lose their sales. They're saying their rules exactly, Midwest. Midwest says Maria says, Midwest, there will always be naysayers in every business. It's usually because they are either lazy or ignorant to how it works. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people just don't know. They don't know how Amazon works, you know. There are guys out there that will get products from eBay and sell it on Amazon and vice versa. And they're thinking they're doing great, but when they get hit with fees and everything else like that, well, they just didn't make the money that they were making. If I'm selling a product and Amazon jumps on the listing, I always match the price. I never undercut them. My account is too valuable. You know what they're doing now is they are selling your returns. So if you have a return, say for example, they're gonna throw you, you're gonna throw that away, and I've seen this on some products. I can't prove it, but there are some products that I have that are not, that a lot of people don't have, and before I know it, they're my competitor, and they're only selling like two or three of those particular items because we either trashed them or what have you, so they had an opportunity to go out there and try to sell them, but they sell them as used, and I don't really know if they really even throw a lot of stuff in this trash. If it's brand new or if it's new, they'll just end up selling them to some of these guys out here, and or send them to their distribution center, and they go out and sell off their inventory, and people buy their inventory and turn around and sell them that way. But I've seen some where they basically will go out there and sell some products that were returns. Um, Maria says they have sold my return products on Amazon deals. Yeah, I mean that's exactly what I'm talking about. You know, it's funny because um, you're like, wow, you know, and it's only one or two items, and it's not like they have a whole lot that they're selling, but they make money off of it. It's free money for them. Um, that's a great point, as well as being careful about big quantities. When you go to list Amazon, is not the listing, but they can ruin your profit in a heartbeat. Yes, I've seen it happen. Yeah, they can. I mean, you know, they're the big dogs. They're the ones that make the rules, and you got to oblige by the rules. And yeah, I mean, it's sad, and that's the only with that. There's several things that really turn me off about Amazon. One of them, to me, and this is my opinion only, customer service. Horrible. I don't understand how a Fortune 500 company doesn't have phones where they can call one department and to another department that are making these decisions, life decisions of whether you're going to be able to sell on Amazon or not. Everything is through email. And it's somebody can sit there and make a complaint and file a complaint, and you get shut down, and then all of a sudden you're defending yourself as a seller. So they cater more towards the buyers than they do the sellers, and that's the sad thing with Amazon itself. That's one of the biggest issues that I've had with Amazon itself. And I'm not saying me personally, I'm saying my members, what have you. They have complained about that, and so Teaser says it's called Amazon Warehouse. Yes, it is. I bought a brand new MacBook Pro 2020 for $500 off, probably because the return would be too much for Apple. It was in mint. It was mint condition though. Awesome, great, Keezer, that you got a great deal. Well, this computer that I just purchased, I bought an Apple 2020 iMac. And I bought the biggest one that they had, and I bought the one that had everything that I can possibly get. It cost me over $3,000 for this iMac, and I love it. It's great. I should have done it a long time ago, but I hear what you're saying. And actually, the only thing that I did not buy was the memory. I actually purchased the memory from Amazon, which was $123 for 32 gigs, and I put 64 gigs of memory through Amazon. If I would have bought it through Apple, would have cost me $2,800 or $2,500 just for the memory alone. So I picked up the memory for 200 and something dollars through Amazon, which was beautiful. Um, and now this thing runs like a champ. I mean, it runs so good. I'm really impressed by it. And I'm sure you guys see the quality and the difference with this computer than what my videos were in the past. See, you guys didn't even notice. Nobody said anything about this right here. Nobody said a word about this right here. I went to the barber today and I said, trim a little off the sides. Well, when I got done, he trimmed everything off the sides. Can you believe that? First time that I have been bald ever. And I don't know. Maybe it's meant for some people, but for myself, no. That hair is going to come back. I can hardly wait. So crazy. It's like it's like somebody breaking into your house and stealing something and getting themselves hurt, then suing you, right? You then have to defend yourself with someone else's ignorance, which is not right. Apprentice says, looking clean and smooth, Henry. Bald is beautiful. Yeah. Yes, I know. Somebody else is saying that too. They're like, wow, I can hardly wait to touch the top of your head. Well, yes, LOL. Looks good. It will grow back. No worries. Well, I hope so, because I was really disappointed. No, what's up there, B. Dell? B. Dell says you shaved it all off. Looks great. Like an Hispanic shaft. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, it's not my favorite look. It's not something that I agreed with. It's when I came out of the barber, I'm like, I told you I wanted a 1 on the sides, not 0. And he cleaned me so good. Even my partner Rick out there, he's bald. He looked and he goes, damn, you got a tighter shave than I did. I said, yeah. How that happened, I don't know. So, but I'm going to enjoy it, I guess, while I can. And hopefully it grows back soon. Thank you guys for the thumbs up. Really appreciate that. You know, also next week, if I don't talk to you guys, I want you guys to have a wonderful Thanksgiving and spend time with your families. Spend time with whoever you can, your loved ones. Enjoy it while they're still here. And, you know, guys, have a very good Thanksgiving. I'm going to talk to you hopefully after Thanksgiving, just because I'm closing on the house this week or next week, I should say. And I know that the holidays is literally right around the corner. And thank you guys for coming in, asking these great questions. Really appreciate it. And for you newcomers out here that watch my videos for the very first time, thank you guys for watching, even to this point. I appreciate it. I appreciate all your guys' comments and your praises and everything else. And also, thank you guys for the thumbs up. Really appreciate that also. And that I'm going to leave you with this. All right, guys. Have a good one. We'll see you guys on the next video. See you guys soon. Happy holidays. Happy Thanksgiving, guys. See ya.